And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Site Delta, we have the red Terran player. At the time he was representing the Platinum Heroes, is no longer, but at the time representing the P Heroes. It is the Italian Terran. It is BabyMarine. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the blue Protoss player representing Team Liquid. It is SKillous. We are diving into this PvT, the first of the night, and again, it's mainly Protoss and Terran, so mirror match with some PvTs are what we're looking forward to here. And I don't get to cast enough BabyMarine. Every now and then we get to see him in an OC King of the Hill, or maybe in the qualifiers for some of these big events, but yeah, he's not the most active of players here, which is a bit of a shame. I do wish that I could cover more of him, so I myself am here to be reintroduced to how BabyMarine approaches Protoss in TVP. So far, he does avoid the Probe Scout. He's going for an eBay block here at the natural. This has become very trendy as of late. I say as of late. Basically, ever since the new patch dropped, these engineering bay blocks have been very common here in this matchup. It's just a really good way to disrupt the Protoss player and SKillous. He does scout this relatively early on. Boys are being pulled. Zealot may be forced out. And we are going to be shutting down this eBay. Oh, BabyMarine getting a little bit more progression on that eBay, being a little bit cheeky. Up, a couple more seconds. But he's one shot away from going down. He does have to get the hell out of there. BabyMarine will back off. The eBay will be cancelled, and SKillous can expand. Essentially, if this wasn't scouted this early on, then the eBay would have had much more health, much more progression, and SKillous would have been forced to expand elsewhere, taking one of the unnatural naturals, if you will. And that would have exposed him, and BabyMarine, with his add-on swap, would have rocked up with some Cyclones, some Hellions, and really just made SKillous' life very uncomfortable in the early game of TVP. Again, it was a single gas opener, but when you go for an eBay block like this, basically you're not going for the faster expansion, you're going for a faster factory into an add-on swap. Now, because the natural base was taken, I'm curious if we even add-on swap here, or if BabyMarine just sticks with marine production instead. We'll see how he pieces this together as the expansion is being taken, and we are going for the add-on swap. There we go. Hellions are still on the way. Bold move here, considering the map as well. Site Delta is one of the few maps where the entryway into the natural is quite narrow and is typically walled off. SKillous, I'm sure, is aware of the faster factory. Yep, looking at the the Probe Scout earlier, he did scout the factory, so we should be aware that Hellions and Cyclones are going to be a big part of the early game here. We'll see how SKillous can deal with this. As the Adept is going to be shading in, does get eyes on the reactor on that factory, getting into a 1-1-1, working towards Widow Mines, potentially a Widow Mine drop as a follow-up. SKillous is going to just make sure his Adept doesn't get caught out. BabyMarine pushing across the map, looking for additional scouting information. BabyMarine still doesn't know what kind of tech opener this is. SKillous did go for a Twilight Council, should be a Blink Stalker based opener, but BabyMarine is a little bit in the dark.
We need more supply depots.
It's an announcer I haven't heard before. Hellion's going to be threatening a dive, but there we go. We do have a full wall off. This is what I expected out of SKillous. Again, he's got his SimCity, Robo, Gateway, and his units here with the shield battery to make sure the Hellions do not get in. As I say that, SKillous, yeah, just splitting up his units, making sure he's ready for a drop play as well. Speaking of drop play, Widowmine drop is upon us. So we're going to be going for 4 Widowmines, then we go straight for another add-on swap into tank production. Again, a very safe way to play. I mean, I say that. It is a little bit risky here to go up to 4 Widowmines. Essentially, this has delayed the tank production here, and it is Blink Stalkers, but it's only 2-gate Blink. Yeah, it looks like an economic opener. SKillous is expanding. SKillous is taking a 3rd base. He's not being overly aggressive. The other aggressive options would have been going up to 3 or even 4 gateways. But again, only 2 gateway here from SKillous. And here we go. We're diving on in. Up. Oh, the wall is not a wall. SKillous a little bit late to respond. Wasn't able to wall off the Widow Mines. They do drop into the natural base. Probe's going to be going down. Stalkers as well. 5 probes here at the natural. We go into the main. The Hellions. Oh my god, the boys are being pulled. Big mine shot goes off. 13 probes go down, and so many get 18 probes get roasted. Oh my god, we're not done. 21. 21 probes go down. One of the Widowmine's going to be saved, I imagine. Oh, we can save you. Save him. Widowmine's the natural were cleaned up, and we don't save the Widowmine, but regardless, we did an insane amount of damage. And Eps, they shaded to the middle line. Looks like BabyMarine, he was a little bit distracted here by these Sword Eps. 2 SCVs go down, but that pales in comparison to the amount of damage that SKillous just took. 21 probes, and just like that, BabyMarine has a very solid lead. All it takes is one slip up, but again, SKillous unfortunately just wasn't able to wall off in time, so the Hellions got in. Likewise, the splits were very haphazard. It was a very chaotic reaction against the drop, and SKillous was just caught completely off guard. And now the pressure is on. But look at the SimCity here. Look at the positioning. We have the tank out already. We have a solid wall here protecting it. Marines are going to have to zone around, or rotate around though, as SKillous, he's finding some damage here. Tank is repositioning. Oh, second tank is under fire. But we pull back to the safety of the second tank on the low ground. The tank is saved, and SKillous bleeds out a couple of Stalkers. And BabyMarine, he does hold. Doesn't lose anything. Loses, I think, 2 SCVs, if I recall correctly. Outside of that, he's looking solid. SKillous did open up with a third Nexus, that is true. That's a double-edged sword. Because he opened up 2 gate into a third, it means, one, sure, he can recover economically, he can pump out 3 probes at a time, but it also means that he doesn't have the production to counterattack. It means that SKillous can't do anything across the map. He tried, but again, he just doesn't really have any Stalkers, doesn't have the production for any Stalkers. Because of that opener. And now BabyMarine is pushing, SKillous now getting into the rest of his gateways, but again, he's been spending his money replacing his probes, not building up his gateway count. SKillous is in a lot of trouble. Again, all because of the early game harass. And it's just snowballing into this push. The dominoes have started to fall. They've been falling for some time now. We do have a Dark Shrine. We have DTs coming in. Do we have a scan? Oh, do we have a scan? Do we? We need more time. We need time, Poppy. There it is. This Dark Shrine may just save SKillous here. Only 2 orbital scans are very limited. There we go. We have to scan defensively back at home. 3 SCVs did go down. We don't have another scan for quite some time. We have another DT in the way. In the way? On the way. Now it's in the way, I guess. Waddling into the main. We don't have a scan. Uh-oh. BabyMarine, he had such a strong start here, but these Dark Templar. 7 SCVs go down, and BabyMarine, he just can't push. He can't. 1 DT defensively is all it takes to stop BabyMarine in his tracks. Wow. Such an amazing start for the Terran, but 1 Invisible Man is all you need, Papi. The Invisible Man is allowing SKillous to get back into this. He's recovering. He's getting into a massive gateway explosion. Charge is done. +1 on the way, or soon to be on the way. Getting fully saturated. More SCVs going down. Oh my god, 11. We finally get another scan. 12 workers. And BabyMarine, he had to race back home. That was meant to be the game-winning push, by the way. That move out, there was no stopping it whatsoever. There was no way for SKillous to hold. Scanning that third base, seeing the saturation, seeing all those gateways, and the lead that BabyMarine once had isn't as there anymore. Oh, we're pulling the boys. Okay, yeah, let's go. I love it. We rushed into a Ghost Academy just for EMPs. It's like, okay, we have basically other forms of detection. BabyMarine, he knows how far ahead he was. He cannot allow SKillous to get back into this. He doesn't want to allow him back in. And we're just completely all in. DTs are waddling on forward. We have the mine drop into the main base. The mine shots are going to be going off. Oh no! Ooh. Oh god, a bit of friendly fire. So medevac does go down. But here we go, we are all in. EMP does connect with some of those zealots. Overcharge is popped, topping the zealots back up. BabyMarine, can he pull this off? Does target down the shield battery. Additional zealots are on the way. The Immortal waddling into its death. The Immortal's gonna go down. And BabyMarine, it looks like he is breaking the third base, at least a third. Across the map, there is nothing. There's one base, there's half a base economy going. Oh, the GTs, they get a tank. Oh, the Dark Templar, they are a big part of the defense here. How many tanks? 2 tanks went down. We have 1 tank left. How many scans? We're running out of scan energy. We need to save those EMPs. So we're pushing into the natural. We depower the Dark Shrine, which means we can still warp them in. We're heavily overstimmed. Getting overstimmed here. Another Dark Templar whirling in. Do we have a scan? Oh god, we have the EMP instead. Focus down that Dark Templar. Okay, we need a little bit more time for scans. Dark Shrine going to be going down. Do we have any DTs? We do not. No more Dark Templar here for SKillous. Does go for a safety scan, which makes sense. Big EMP on the army as well, and it looks like BabyMarine, he has done it. He's breaking through, gets on top of the army. We do have a couple of Zelts coming in from behind. They do take down the tank, even forcing some friendly fire, but the main army cannot be dealt with. As army-wise, the Terran has too much. We waddle up into the main base again. No more Dark Templar. There's no invisible man to save you this time. Not this time, bud. As we're down to one base, they come in for a surround. They're collapsing on top of the army here. It's going to be a tight defense, and it looks like BabyMarine will clean this up. GG gets called, and BabyMarine takes game number 1. Whew. GG. GG. That was a roller coaster ride of emotions, Papi. There was a moment there where I was like, no shot. Is SKillous gonna win with only Dark Templar? Is this happening right now? Like, BabyMarine, he had so much momentum in this game. He had so much momentum. It was beautiful to see kind of the 1-2 punch, you know, knocking him down with the harassment and of course building up to the 2-base push. And then the wind was just taken out of the sails of BabyMarine in one fell swoop with like 3 Dark Templar, you know, like immediately it just nullified the aggression. BabyMarine had to turn back around, deal with it, and then just rush into a Ghost Academy, pull the boys, and barely able to pull it off in the end. GG, well played. Whew. With that, BabyMarine does take the first game, but now we're going to be getting into game number 2 to determine, I mean, does it all end here or now, or can SKillous force that ace match? Mate, the up-and-comers, they're popping off today. BabyMarine is Rainer's brother, right? Yes, his little brother. Yes, yes. His little brother. Let us go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Alcyon, and we have the Italian Terran player, the Red Terran, representing, at the time, the Platinum Heroes and leading the series 1-0. It is BabyMarine. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Blue Protoss player representing Team Liquid down in this series, looking to fight back. It is SKillous. That's the dream of every pro. Emmanuel, I think it was referring to the mine drop, and I mean that was crazy. What he was able to accomplish as, oh, we are going to be mining through these mineral patches, and BabyMarine going for a hidden proxy Rax here out on the right hand side. Now, this isn't going to be committed. I'm pretty sure it's only going to be a singular Rax, and from here we can just expand back at home and go for a second Rax as well. We'll see how BabyMarine approaches here, as we do have some Reaper cliffs to go into the main base. Okay, it is going to be a double gas opener. So we are going to be going for, I imagine, a factory as a follow-up. Now, do we go for a proxy 1-1-1? Or is the factory back at home? I'm imagining it's back at home, but show us what you got. Probe Scout coming across the map. This time, BabyMarine, of course, not going for an eBay block. Rax should be finishing, and with the completion of... No! Oh, the RNG! That's so unfortunate. Ay. Every second counts here, and we do have to lift up that Rax. SCV is saved. And Reaper is on the way, and yeah, there we go. It is the factory back at home. Part of me was like, yo, we're going to be proxying the factory as well. It is going to be back at home instead. Probe gets locked in, and with this SCV we can... we scout! I was going to say with this SCV, we can go in and we can throw down a bunker behind the mineral line or in the mineral line to disrupt mining and to delay the economy. So there is potential with this SCV, but the proxy has been seen and SKillous is getting ready. Stalker is being chronoed, and mentally he's prepared to pull back in. Oh my, we are going for a proxy factory, okay? That's... Here we go. We're going for the Dolan build, Papi. This has been an all-in that has been very trendy ever since the patch did drop. We've seen Ryung whip it out. We've seen Oliveira, Dolan, of course. There are different variations. This could be just Mass Cyclone, which is the more common version, or it could be the Dolan build, which is Mass Hellion into a Hellbat push. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be Cyclone. Oh, meanwhile, we do scout. We do see the fact that the Rex is missing. And SKillous, can he piece this together? Robo's on the way. Very safe opener by SKillous. It's very common to open up Stargate or Twilight Council. A Robo-based opener gives you access to very fast Immortals. Very fast Immortals, which doesn't really help aggressively, but defensively, this is ideal. So a very safe opener by SKillous. He hasn't seen what's happening, but again, he's respecting his opponent quite a bit. We go for 2 more gateways. A full wall-off here at the natural. I mean, a full wall-off with these Stalkers. A really good defensive position, and there it is. It is going to be Mass Cyclone, making 4 Cyclones at a time. It's a 1-base all-in at a BabyMarine. But so far, SKillous is responding very well. This is kind of what you need to be doing here. You need that Robo, you need the Immortal production, you need the additional gateways. SKillous hasn't confirmed, but again, playing very safe. Gonna be going for a War Prism first, which will help when it comes to breaking the lock-ons and microing. Shield Battery on the way in the main. Shield Battery here at the natural. You can see SKillous covering all of his bases, not fully aware of what's coming his way, but getting ready for whatever does arrive. And we're pulling the boys. Now, the power of this is that these boys, they aren't just there to tank, they can repair. That's the power of those SCVs. They can repair the Cyclones. Already one does take a lot of hits. We do get some lock-ons going. And we do not get any of the Stalkers. Very nice juggling here from SKillous. Breaks the lock-on, saves the Stalkers, and gets him to the safety of the shield battery. Another big warp in coming in. Boys have arrived. But there are so many Stalkers. Oh my god. 8 Stalkers against 6 Cyclones. We have to wait for another wave of reinforcements. Big lockers once again. We do juggle them away. Very nice. Oh my god, SKillous. Very nice juggling here. Barely losing any. Losing 0 Stalkers. Zero units have gone down. Only 1 probe. Oh my god. SKillous, calm down. The micro, insane here. Just not losing anything in the defense. But did I speak too soon? Finally, it looks like no, not even. Oh my, SKillous. No shot. He's not losing anything. He refuses to lose a single unit. Not a single Stalker goes down. They are so deep in the red. They are so battered, so bruised. But not a single Stalker dies. Not under SKillous's watch. Wow. That's crazy. That's... Oh my god. That's insane. And SKillous, he's holding beautifully here. Holding beautifully. Shield batteries are on the way to top everything up. Overcharge soon to be available as well. And again, the Psycho is doing what they can. Can they kill 1 unit? They cannot! We can't kill a single unit. GG. Oh my god, SKillous. He defends perfectly. Like actual perfect defense. He lost one probe and gateways. That's it. He didn't lose a single Stalker. I don't know what to say. Oh my god. GG. That was crazy. That was impressive. Very impressive stuff there. GG, well played. SKillous ties it up 1-1. I think you could tell after game 1, SKillous was a little bit upset. I mean, again, SKillous, he is one of the favorite players in this group, right? It's like SKillous, Showtime, Spirit. They're meant to come out of this group. 2 of them at least. And for SKillous to drop the first game, it was a pretty big deal. It was a pretty big upset for BabyMarine to take a lead in this series, and you could see like the fire was lit within SKillous. He's like, no, I'm not going down 2-0, okay? This is not happening. This is not happening. And oh my god, just went like Super Saiyan, Ultra Instinct, Bobby. Didn't lose anything. GG. Very impressive. Very impressive stuff there from SKillous. Very impressive control. Again, leading into it, he didn't know what was coming his way. That's why we saw a shield battery in the main base, a shield battery at the natural. We saw a robo opener as well. SKillous knew that aggression was coming, but wasn't quite aware of what. And yeah, respected BabyMarine quite well when it came to his build of choice and the execution. That was, again, near perfect. You can't really get any better than that. Like, that was wild. GG. We're going to the ace match. Going all the way to game number 3. Huh. I just was not really expecting that. I was expecting a defense, but not that dominant out of our Protoss player. And here we go, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Hardlead. We have the Italian Terran player who had the lead in this series, being forced into the ace match. Can he still cause the upset? Representing the Platinum Heroes, it is BabyMarine. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Protoss player, really flexing his micro and showing off his control in that last game, tying it up, forcing the ace match. It's the red Protoss representing Team Liquid, SKillous. Oh my god. As we are loading into Hardlead. Of course, Hardlead having a very short rush distance by ground, known for all-ins, and SKillous is being as annoying as possible here, almost getting a kill on an SCV. Just delaying this Rax, forcing another SCV off the mineral line. So far, again, a good job of being annoying here by SKillous, just forcing some inefficiency in the opener of BabyMarine, as he is going for a what looks to be a Rax expand. It looks to be an economic opener. He wants that SCV, by the way. Oh, one shot away from going down. Another SCV does get very much so softened up. This probe, it's a menace. Get out of here. Oh my god. 2 SCVs very close to going down, and a third taking a lot of hits as well. Thankfully, BabyMarine does keep everything alive, but SKillous just showing off his prowess here, even with his first probe, is eventually going to be forced back. With the arrival of this Reaper, we should be able to fend this off, and there's that expansion on the way. SKillous does confirm the economic opener. Again, just a single gas geyser. Rax into expansion. So BabyMarine has been pretty aggressive so far this series, but here in the early game, we're easing into something more macro-oriented. Probe is being forced back. Reaper is moving out, and BabyMarine should be able to hunt down this probe. With the chasing SCV, he has eyes on it, and it's not going to escape. It shouldn't escape. Yeah. There's an Adept on the way, but the Reaper has arrived, and the probe will be shut down. And behind this, we can see SKillous getting into his own opener, going for a gate expand into the Cybercore. And we have our take of choice. Once again, it is going to be a Twilight Council. I say once again, if winding it back, if you were maybe only there for Game 2, in Game 1, SKillous also went for a Twilight Council opener. It was a Blink-based opener into a third base. It was 2-gate Blink. On a map like Hardlead, I wouldn't be surprised if SKillous goes for something like a 3-gate Blink instead, just to respect his opponent a little bit more and just to be a little bit safer, as we do get a kill on one SCV. Adept gets in, CC will complete, but we did delay it for a moment and did kill one worker, and the Adept will make it out. There it is, second Adept does arrive. With 2 Adepts, we can deny mining here at the natural if we both shade into the mineral line. Hellions are on the way. Looks like we have a 1-1-1 follow-up here, looking to be I imagine a mine drop from BabyMarine. Adepts are being forced back. We do shut down one of them, and we'll eventually try to get the other as well. And good control here by BabyMarine. Got some extra hits in with those Marines. Does shut it down. And behind this, we have our opener. We have Blink on the way. We have a second gateway finishing up. Oh, and as I mentioned, it is not 2-gate Blink. It is 3-gate. The reason why I assumed it would be 3 gateway is just because of the small map. Just because it's a very short rush distance, so this is a much safer way to open up. Oh, never mind! I thought it was going to be 3-gate Blink, but this is 4-gate Blink. Suddenly, a safe opener turns into an aggressive one. So a very aggressive build here from SKillous. With 4 gateways, we should be prioritizing the Warp Prism. Stalker's going to gain map control, and BabyMarine is going to be on the back foot. Now, he only made 2 Widow Mines, which is important to take note of. Only 2 Widow Mines instead of 4, which means we get faster tank production. Much faster tanks here from BabyMarine. as opposed to game 1. Very safe way to play. And we need these tanks to defend against those Blink Stalkers. So the first tank should be on the way. We have 2 bunkers on the low ground. Second tank should be coming out just in time for the attack. For the time being, Stalkers are fanning out. This medevac drop was spotted by the Zelnaga. Already a lot of hits in, and oh no! Oh, we shut down the medevac drop. We shut down the Widow Mines, and BabyMarine is in the dark. He has not seen the main base. Doesn't know how many gateways there are, so he has to blindly be defensive. We have 2 bunkers on the low ground. First tank is out, second tank is on the way, but we are amassing Stalkers. Is this defensive position good enough? Again, I'm loving the SimCity here. Like, we have a wall basically surrounding this tank. But we barely have any Marines. We're getting on top of the tank. The second tank does pop out in time. Ooh, but doesn't siege. Raven gets picked off as well. And yeah, we take control of the high ground. We take down the second tank as well, and there's just not enough here to deal with this. Marines are coming in, but these are vanilla Marines. No stim and no combat shields. And this is already becoming too much. It looks like SKillous is snowballing out of control. It shuts down 19 SCVs. And the Marines, they're getting damage done. They're picking off a couple of Stalkers, but we're losing every single one of these units. GG gets called. SKillous fights back, taking game number 3. Takes the series 2-1, taking down BabyMarine. GG. GG, well played. A very crisp build there from SKillous. Again, very unfortunate that BabyMarine wasn't able to get across the map. And again, it isn't just about scouting and getting damage done, but also buying time and forcing those Stalkers to stay back home for a couple of extra seconds. Remember, when the Stalker army blinked into the main base, the second tank came out just as the army came in. It just didn't have enough time to siege up, to get in position. Imagine a couple of extra seconds, and potentially BabyMarine would have had a stronger hold. Not saying it would have been easier, but just would have been a little bit better there for BabyMarine. Again, with the Widowmine drop being shut down, that was basically the green light. The green light for SKillous to just send everything across the map. There was no reason to keep anything at home. He could commit, and boy oh boy did he. GG, well played. Congratulations to SKillous as he does take the series 2-1, but a shout out to BabyMarine because, hey, he was able to make SKillous really work for it and did force the ace match in the end. Despite that, though, really impressive performance out of SKillous. You know, the standout game, game 2. Game 2 was wild. I still can't. I was a little bit speechless, not gonna lie. I was stunned by just how well SKillous was performing and how well he executed that defense. Like, that was beautiful. GG. GG, well played. SKillous will take it. And with that, we will soon get ready for our next series. Oh boy. 2 games in the book so far, and we're getting ready for our 3rd series here. It's going to be another TVP. It's going to be another TVP here, featuring SKillous up against one of the bigger Terran players in the group. Up next, SKillous versus Spirit. Oh boy.